want to do a quick post on the goings-on in Syria with the potential for a U.S. airstrike to happen because of this chemical weapon attack that happened in Syria. This incident is really demonstrating. I'm not sure if it's purposeful incompetence, but I mean the true colors of the American leadership are coming out here. We between Secretary Kerry and President Obama, I mean, honestly, we're looking like a bunch of buffoons here. I mean, anybody who knows anything about the Syrian conflict right now can tell you that we've been supporting terrorists in Syria now for what 6, 7 years? Who knows how much longer? It's been our intention to overthrow a group of countries in the Middle East. I mean that's a documented plan on record. So we truly are in the twilight zone here when it comes to U.S. politics. I'm not sure if there's going to be some type of light bulb awakening moment where the people just say, "Hey, our leadership is, totally full of it." I mean, these guys, just the idea that they'd strike a country without having proper evidence. I mean, we really look like the bad guy here, and it's because we are. There's just no evidence here to support the claims that President Assad ordered any type of chemical attack on his people. And I mean, the obvious is coming out here. I mean, they've been winning in fighting terrorists that are in their country, which is, most people don't truly understand what's going on with the Syrian conflict, but they're defending their country from outside attacks and terrorists. So they're trying to kick the bad folks out of their country, and here we are supporting them with funds and shipping people into their country. I mean, it's totally bizarre what's going on because a year after Benghazi, we still don't know what happened, and anybody in the know will tell you we were shipping weapons into Syria from Benghazi. Everybody who looks into this knows that that's what's going on. So our leadership it's just completely bizarre what's going on here. And the other thing that's weird is how soft-spoken our leadership is in Congress and the Senate and everybody. I mean, John McLean is running out there trying to, support some terrorist rebels that, go on camera eating the hearts of people that they kill. I mean, fundamentally, people don't want to fight, and all the talk about military-industrial complex. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. We are in this game to just dominate the world and take the rights away from all the people. And if you don't believe that, then I think it's really time that you start thinking about what's really going on here in the world. I got to watch President Assad give an interview, and man, this is the kind of leader that you want. It's a shame that we've got to talk like this, but this guy's a leader. I mean, President Obama, it makes absolutely no sense in what they're talking about here. And Biden, little sidekick, is right behind him talking like his normal buffoonish self. These guys have been putting weapons in the hands of complete criminals in Syria for years now, killing who knows how many thousands of civilians in Syria. And now they're deciding it's time to act because chemical weapons have been used. Not to mention the fact that U.S. policy over the years has been helping out others use chemical weapons, like they did with Hussein in Iran years back. We just have a completely bizarre policy that's going on. I mean, I'm hoping for some type of awakening of the people because I mean, the road that we're on here, it's a disastrous one. I mean, it just can't keep going on like this. I mean, the idea that a solution to this is to bomb the living daylights out of the place, you know, anybody can tell that the plan is to destroy all the countries in the Middle East, so that the U.S. has interesting controls in the area. Um, I was looking at another article, uh, supplying more aid to the rebels. I mean, you know, we still to this day have not gotten any type of explanation from our leadership, a decent explanation on why we're supporting these people in the first place. This country's broke right now, and I'm sure folks that are having a hard time paying their bills would rather have some of that money in their own pockets than having bombs raining down over cities in the Middle East. And that's the bottom line. We really need a change of leadership all across the board. It's really more a change of thought here. All the folks who supported Obama, thought they were going to get some type of change, and really this is a defining moment because it really proves outright that a two-party system just does not work, and the entire system has been infiltrated over the past 40, 50 years. So the senators are all bought, the congressmen are all bought. They aren't saying anything either because they're all bought. That's the way the system works. Once everybody's under control, they just run amok. And I'm glad that the British people used some common sense and said we don't want a part of this. I mean, sentiment across the country from a lot of people that I talk to, and looking at different comments that people make, they don't understand why we're even going to war here. And the other thing that really annoys me is mainstream media, of course, proving how worthless that they truly are. I mean, when you're posting news articles and they're completely false and unproven, it's very irresponsible. These news agencies, they say, well, this Assad is some type of maniac. He's some brutal dictator, and I mean, I don't see how Assad's any more brutal than President Obama. And that's the truth, because President Obama says it's okay to kill U.S. citizens. Secretary or Attorney General says, oh, I'll have to check on that. I mean, these guys, they don't even want to read the Constitution. It's clear as day in there. They're trying to take away everyone's rights. This chemical attack is just a complete fabrication. And anybody who opens their eyes can realize it. It's time to wake up. Hopefully the U.S. doesn't try and strike at Syria, but it's definitely in the cards. General Wesley Clark had talked about it, the Pentagon plan, 10 years ago to go into all these countries. That's on record. I mean, just look it up. And the other reason that I really think that we're going to be escalating things is because the economy's in the dumps. I mean, there's always a war when the economy's so bad, but this is the big one. I mean, the economy's in just really horrible shape. I mean, the jobs are just pitiful. Part-time jobs are the only thing that are out there. People are starting to wake up, and it's hard to pay bills for people. It's hard to, there aren't jobs out there. Unemployment's at record highs here, and the complex is still making record profits. These banks and criminals that are running the shop. It's time for an awakening of the people. We've got psychopathic criminals in charge of our government right now. and they need to be called out, and I think it's happening.